After years of mentoring pre-meds and helping them get into medical school, I've noticed several recurring patterns that hold students back. If you're able to avoid these traps, you'll be much happier and also much more likely to be successful. First, as a pre-med, you don't have to be miserable and hate your life. If I haven't already drilled this point enough, remember that you're a person before you're a pre-med. And there's a way to be a happy, balanced, and successful pre-med. The stereotype of being constantly stressed, neurotic, and miserable is an exaggeration of those pre-meds that are way out there at the extreme. This isn't the way to be truly successful or have longevity in medicine. I have some colleagues who were like this as pre-meds, and they were able to get into medical school. Maybe not their first choice program, but a medical school in the US nonetheless. But they didn't even get past their second year, and they quit before even reaching clinicals. They simply thought the only way to approach this path was through brute force. And by neglecting healthy habits, stress management, and questioning and improving their own systems and strategies, they burned out, and they burned out hard. So please, remember to enjoy the process. Not only will you be happier, but you'll be more successful as well. Second, never bring others down. You know the type of students I'm talking about. We call them gunners. These are students who are hyper-competitive to a fault. There's nothing wrong with being competitive, but when it drives you to bring others down in an effort to elevate yourself by comparison, that's crossing the line. If you behave in a way that you're proud of, or that you'd be proud to tell someone else if you were being brutally honest and truthful, then you'll come out okay in the end. I remember one classmate in my chemistry lab who intentionally gave me the wrong answer to a question that I raised. And later, when I received the assignment back, that was the one question I missed. I went up to him and told him, letting him know that, hey, we were wrong and we should know the right answer for the final. I was lending a helping hand so we could both be successful. But what shocked me was that he knew the answer was wrong and he had put the correct answer down himself. I was hurt and shocked that someone could do that intentionally. Now, I ended up getting an A in the class without issue, but the ironic thing was that a year later, I was the one getting multiple acceptances to medical schools and he was the one who had to reapply. I actually don't even know if he ever got in. Look, I am a super competitive person. Anytime I'm in a game, whether it's a game of Pong or cycling or school tests, I love competition. But the magic of competition isn't about winning. I mean, don't get me wrong, winning feels awesome, but the best part is the excitement and how competition brings out the best in someone. I become better at Pong when I'm challenged. And if we go double overtime and I lose, I don't even care. I love the rush of having such a close game with 2 overtimes. And with cycling, if I'm slower than my friend, that's great because he pushes me to go harder than I would have by myself. And in school, sure, I'll be disappointed in myself if I don't achieve the results that I set out to, but the beauty is that it motivates me to go back to the drawing board, try something new, and work even harder to set the curve on the next test. If you always behave with integrity and do what you truly believe is the right thing, you'll always have self-respect. And that is something that you should never compromise. Last, understand that your results do not define who you are. We all have setbacks. We all have obstacles. We all let ourselves down at some point. When this inevitably happens, don't be too hard on yourself. Understand that this is a natural part of life. The fact that this will happen isn't what you should dwell on, but rather, how will you respond to it? If you get down on yourself for not getting straight A's or messing up an opportunity in research lab or embarrassing yourself socially, don't fret. That's just life. Part of growing up is not taking yourself so seriously and keeping things in perspective. When something really gets to me, I ask myself, will I really care about this in 10 years? How about 5? 1? The answer is usually no. As Seneca once said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Oftentimes, a situation seems far worse than it truly is because we catastrophize in our head. Once a situation has presented itself, you have the opportunity to choose how you will respond. You can dwell on it and feel bad for yourself, or you can get up, learn, be anti-fragile, and become stronger because of it.